It's time for Lefties Losing It, and it's time to check in again on the lunatic asylum masquerading as a news network known as MSNBC. And let's listen to this hot take from Joe Scarra.
AOC may be more progressive than a lot of people. I also understand that she's one of the most articulate, exciting people in the Democratic field. She goes out with Bernie Sanders, and yeah, she just draws so many people. It's very good, very effective in hearings. They need somebody young like AOC, and again, it's not about ideology. She can carry the message forward for a Democratic Party that really needs to reach out to younger Americans.
Yes, let's have a look at just how articulate and impressive AOC is, prepared to be dazzled by her rare genius.
Even as a waitress, if any of you all else have gone like completely mad,
it's like whatever, you know, and like or whatever, like just like it's like this
What people are starting to see, at least in the occupation of Palestine.
You use the term the occupation of Palestine. What did you mean by that?
I think what I meant is like the settlements that are increasing in some of these areas and places where Palestinians are experiencing difficulty in access to their housing and homes.
Do you think you can expand on that?
Yeah, I mean, I think I'd also just, I am not the expert on geopolitics on this issue, you know.
Oh dear, that's AOC over the years. She really is the future. Please make her the leader, because I think she'll make Kamala look like a visionary. Now, Joe Scarra has form for saying spectacularly stupid things. It's a requirement of all MSNBC anchors to say silly things or just lie to their audience. Remember when he said this not long before Joe Biden was forced to announce the end of his re-election campaign?
I've said it for years now. He's cogent. But I undersold him when I said he was cogent. He's far beyond cogent. In fact, I think he's better than he's ever been. Intellectually, analytically, because he's been around for 50 years. Start your tape right now, because I'm about to tell you the truth. And F you if you can't handle the truth. This version of Biden, intellectually, analytically, is the best Biden ever. Not a close second. And I've known him for years. The Brzezinskis have known him for 50 years. If it weren't the truth, I wouldn't say it.
Best Biden ever, and F you if you can't handle the truth. Dear, dear. Now, Joe Scarra was telling the dim-witted MSNBC audience not long after that Kamala had it in the bag. She was going to beat Trump.
When you start seeing numbers, real numbers, like what's going on in Georgia, suddenly you feel like telling Democrats that are bitching and moaning about what the Harris campaign's doing, hey, calm down. You know what? Victory is in sight in less than 3 weeks. If you go out, work hard, and do your job. The opponent is imploding, and Harris is doing better than ever.
Victory is in sight. Sadly, it wasn't. It was a landslide loss that was in sight. But you know what? We never got any apologies for those untruths, but we did get an apology in recent days from MSNBC after they aired this bit of fake news.
What do you make of that he's just been a little less visible than I think a lot of people, Trump observers, expected he would be?
Yeah, well, reportedly he's been visible at nightclubs far more than he has been on the 7th floor of the Hoover building.
Oh, really? It wasn't long before we got this correction.
And now let's circle back to a segment from Friday's show. Frank Figliuzzi was on that morning during this hour discussing the work of administration officials. At the end of that segment, Figliuzzi said that FBI Director Kash Patel has reportedly been more visible at nightclubs than at his office at FBI headquarters. This was a misstatement. We have not verified that claim.
And here is another MSNBC favourite, this time appearing on another platform. This is Elie Mystal. And this lefty losing it loves illegal immigration so much, he doesn't even care if an illegal immigrant kills him. He wants you to know that.
Why do I care what their status was when they committed the crime? If you can prove they committed a crime. I say in the book, if I get shot, if I get murdered by an undocumented immigrant, please tell my children I did not care that they were undocumented.
Right. Now to New York Attorney General Leticia James, who was elected on a platform of getting Donald Trump and who is facing serious investigations over alleged mortgage fraud. Well, she's on the warpath.
You want me to sit in my seat and stand idly by and allow this craziness to happen? You could come after me if you want, but you elected me to stand up. You elected me to use the law. You elected me to go to court. You elected me to continue to challenge this administration. You elected me to stand up for the least of God's children. You elected me to continue fighting on.
Wow, joining me now is journalist and author Batia Ungasargon. Batia, Leticia James, she's facing a serious investigation, but she's at the moment leading a coalition of 20 states in suing the Trump administration over its cuts to the Department of Health and Human Services.
It's so amazing how the defenders of democracy, trademark, are always out here accusing Trump of not believing in, the three branches of government and not believing in our democracy, when it is they who believe that the executive should effectively have zero power. I mean, what law has he broken by suggesting that he wants to limit the staff of the federal government? The whole thing is ridiculous, and it just shows once again how the Democrats have no platform, they have no agenda. It is all just performance art. And in Leticia James's case, she's obviously trying to distract from the fact that she got caught out doing the exact crimes that she pretended Donald Trump was doing when she went after him. He was not actually committing any crimes, but she has been accused very credibly of mortgage fraud, as you say. And so, performance art, distraction, this is the name of the game when it comes to the Democrats today. That's really all they have at this point.
The lawfare, they were using it before the election campaign, and since the landslide victory, it seems to be all they have is just trying to obstruct Trump through the courts, going to the most activist judges they can find to try to frustrate the agenda. Is it working, though? Is it causing this chaos that is frustrating the Trump administration?
I don't think it's working at all, Rita. And the reason I say that is because most of their efforts with the law have been around the issue of immigration. That's the one area where Donald Trump's numbers are still very, very good. The American people are with him on immigration. He is winning on that issue, despite the fact that the Democrats have gone overboard trying to protect all of these gangbangers that Trump is so eager to get out of the country.